All right, free radicals, welcome back. My name is Dave, and this is the Radical Independent. So, on change.org, there is a petition. I will try to figure out how to link this into the video. Not sure if I know how to do that or if I'm going to be able to do that, but I will work on it. You can find this petition probably if you just type in Save Democracy, invite Tulsi. This is almost like Save America, vote Tulsi Gabbard. Remember that? That was a good channel. In any event, these are the people that are invited. Okay, here they are. And there's the question mark. The question mark is where Tulsi Gabbard should have been. See, this would have been like the Brady Bunch, except you would have had, the best Brady right here. I mean, pick who you like in the Brady Bunch. I mean, it's probably a really poor analogy here, but in any event, if you look at these candidates, let's just take a look at them, okay? Joe Biden, cognitively challenged, fading quickly. Trump would probably make mincemeat out of him. A corporatist, a sellout, likes the war machine, is fine with it, takes contributions from pretty much anybody and everybody. This woman here, Liz Warren, she's a liar to start with. She makes stuff up. She smears people. Her campaign is fading fast. That whole exchange with Bernie did not help her cause. I think people said, you know what? I'm going to go with Bernie. I don't think Bernie's a sexist. Identity politics. This is somebody who does not belong as president, who would certainly, again, drive a wedge between people on the left and the right and create more chaos, anger. That's what we need right now, right? More of that? Nope. Andrew Yang, nice guy. I like some of his ideas, UBI included. Foreign policy, a complete mess. A complete mess. Is rather quiet as well on free speech issues. But again, a decent guy. Maybe I would put him in my administration, but we'd have to have a big sit down and talk about foreign policy and maybe, get him up to speed on what's happening in the world. This guy, Tom Steyer. Really? There are some progressives who actually like Tom Steyer, which shocks the crap out of me. Like, he's their number 3. Yeah. He's really great on climate change, isn't he? The guy who made all his money from the coal industry. I would never trust Tom Steyer. By the way, he's got all kinds of money and he's creating advantages. It kind of looks like the 1% wealthy privilege there has kicked in and has given his campaign a boost. By the way, I was talking about Tom Steyer, 6-8 months ago. Bernie Sanders. Okay, Bernie, good candidate. I like Bernie a lot. I worry that Bernie won't stand up to the establishment when he gets into the Oval Office. Just saying, it is a legitimate worry, as well as many of his foreign policy votes. Although he did vote against the Iraq War, kudos to him there. A good candidate, but Tulsi is a better candidate. Mayor Pete, Alfred E. Newman. This guy is basically a troll sent in from the DNC to, placate people, to give people an option. If they're not for Biden, they might be for Mayor Pete. He's gay, so you can cross that off the list of things that we need to do. We need to have a gay president, so you can feel good if you vote for Mayor Pete, even though he has not done a great job managing and running a mid-sized city. And there are all kinds of accusations about him out there. In addition to the fact that he's like deep state, there's other stuff. So, really a horrible candidate and one of the last people in the world I'd ever vote for. Amy Klobuchar, though, not too far behind Mayor Pete. Really a blank slate on issues. Not a good candidate at all, but Hillary 2.0, somewhat younger. It's got a weird thing going on with her head when she talks. I worry that there might be a health issue there that she's not disclosing, but it could just be her Amy Klobuchar style, And then there's Duvall. Duvall, a really nice guy who is basically an African-American version of Mitt Romney, even though he's in a different party. Bain Capital, that's all I got to say, Bain Capital, and polling at 0%. Polling at 0%. He ran Massachusetts for 8 years, or whatever. He's part of that meritocracy, the startups and the small business entrepreneurs, and we're going to help them, and we're going to do this and that, and you need an education so we can push you into the fields that we feel the world needs. Meanwhile, the working class get nothing. I mean, there have got to be people who are in the working class that make society run, and none of these people, other than Bernie, really understand how to make the working class happy. Tulsi Gabbard is the only other candidate, and she's better than Bernie when it comes to foreign policy. And so far, she's not invited to the town halls that CNN are having in New Hampshire. It says, as an intelligent and free-thinking individual, we are asking for your help and support. CNN is holding a town hall in New Hampshire and has excluded Democratic presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard. I don't care where you are on the political spectrum. This is rigging, folks. This is a blatant attempt and flagrant attempt to rig our election and influence democracy, and it cannot be allowed to stand. So, 2,440 more people need to sign this petition. We need to get this to 5,000. Honestly, change.org petitions are, they don't force anybody to do anything, but Tulsi can say, look, I got all of these signatures, and I didn't even ask for them. Somebody put this together, and all of a sudden, we've got a new narrative. We've got people overwhelmingly wanting Tulsi to participate, and her poll numbers, everything else, every other metric, by the way, that they wanted out of her, she's achieved it and more, but yet she's not going to be allowed to be in this town hall. Folks, the DNC hasn't changed. Tulsi Gabbard is in this for the long haul, whether she knows it or not, and whether we all know it or not. If some of you haven't figured this out, I believe she started a political movement which, is akin to something like the Justice Democrats, without all of the nonsense, without all of the identity politics and the bean counting, and the intersectionality BS. It's really about issues. People care most about issues. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, straight, gay, doesn't matter. Although if you're Mayor Pete, you're gay, and that's another reason we're supposed to vote for Mayor Pete, so we can cross that off our list of things to do. In any event, folks, I will vote gay, straight, doesn't matter. I'll vote for somebody who has the best interests of the working class running for president, and somebody who understands that the military-industrial complex, and that's really the crux of why Gabbard is being excluded, because she's really the only fervently anti-war candidate. Bernie is to some degree, but this is the reason why she's being excluded from this debate, which is town hall debate, whatever, which is absolutely an abomination, and we all need to be helping out one way or another. So there you go. This video going off to YouTube. My guess is I haven't been demonetized for a couple of videos. This one will probably go there, so I still need your help. David J. Spurrier at gmx.com. That's for one-time PayPal donations. I had one come in yesterday. It's the first one I've gotten in like 2 weeks, and I really appreciate that. It made my day. Look, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to soldier on, even though I'm making like $2 or $3 a day doing these videos. But, it's just what I do, and it's life, and you got to deal with it. So, thanks again for watching, and I will see y'all soon.